Welcome, welcome. It's my dog with the TexasSpaceNavy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today we bring you day 4 of the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo 2953. It is Origin Jumpworks taking center stage. And they look great in the center stage. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you're an Origin fan. Let's jump into what they have to offer today, and we'll go from there. So this should be the brochure again, and then we go right into the 100 series, which is the starter ships for Origin. So the 100i is your luxury touring, just your mobile little home in space. $50 for the 100i. Beautiful ship, it really is. Then you move up to the 125A, which is kind of like a little light fighter version of it. You never hear or see anybody talk about this thing when it comes to the fighting mechanic or meta, so I would use that with a grain of salt. $60 for the 125A. Then the cargo variant, which is the 135C, comes in at $65. Again, very beautiful looking. I do like the cargo variant as well. If you're going to get one of those starters, I'd say probably the 100i or the 135C. The 125 is, like, again, I mean, it's supposed to be a light fighter, but I don't think it really performs in that role. 300i is $60. This is a little bit of a step up from the 100 series. A little bigger ship. A little prettier inside. 315P, which is probably the smallest exploration ship you can have, other than maybe the Cutter Scout. This one's definitely designed for a longer distance exploration. I don't know how long a distance, because there's only a certain amount of quantum fuel it can carry, right? So we'll have to wait and see how the mechanics really pan out on that, or if you'll be able to refine your own quantum fuel for jumps. But this thing is $65. This one is $70. It's the 325A. This is the dogfighting variant of the 300 series, and it is better than the 125A. Just to let you guys know, $70 for it. And then $125 for the 350R. You can see there's a huge jump from 70 to 125. Why is that? Well, this is a racing version of the 300 series, and it is a super fast ship. Compared to the other ships, this one's way up there. This one definitely competes on the Murray Cup. It's a very, very fast ship. Moving on to more exploration and touring by Origin. This is the 400i. It comes in at $250. This is a multi-crew ship. You could get away with soloing it, but it is designed to have 3 crew members, as you would see in the bridge if there was a cutaway of it. There is a special upgrade offer for the 400i to go to 10-year insurance. Kind of a cool ship, it really is. It has a spot to store your X1 if you get an X1. You can see the mouth of it is a staircase here that leads into the ship. Like I said, it's kind of cool. Definitely a different kind of design. Then we move on to a much bigger ship. This ship comes in at like 100 meters or thereabouts. The 600i Explorer. All the 600 series is supposed to get reworked. They're not the best use of space on the inside. As a matter of fact, I don't know anybody that uses anything other than the cockpit and the turret on the 600i. Other than that, people just don't go, and I mean, they might explore it one time if they've never been in it, but there's just not a lot of use for this ship, and you'll see that with the other 600i as well. But this comes in at $475. The 600i Touring at $435. Again, both of them are supposed to get reworked, and if you're a Legatus, you get a 600i Executive which also is supposed to be reworked as well. So if you have one of these ships, expect it to get reworked. Or if you just don't like it, then move on to something else. I do like the 600 series, and I can't wait to see what they do with the rework. Now, we have the runabout, or the snub, or I don't know what you want to call it, but the 85X is pretty much, it was designed to go with the next ship, which is the 890 Jump. This is the ship that will ferry VIPs from certain places back onto the ship, and maybe down to the surface of a planet or something like that. It's kind of like a luxury touring exploration type vessel. I love the 85X, the way it looks. It's not necessarily the best performance, but it's a fun little ship. It really is. And at $50, I mean, it's not too bad. Not bad at all at $50. You could do way worse with other ships at that price point. Let's put that away. And so then let's move on to the big boy, the 890 Jump. Now the 890 Jump is sold out already, 7 minutes into the video. As you can imagine, it's going for $890. War bond, and then cash, you're looking at $950. So you guys will have to come back whenever, like in 8 hours, every 8 hours, in order to try to get your hands on one of these and be super fast. But you can see they have it listed at $950 here for credit. Again, 890 Jump, one of the biggest ships in the game. It's definitely the biggest that you can get your hands on right now. It's beautiful. It's lovely. I kind of hope that they rework it. Let me know in the comments down below if you agree. You kind of hope that they rework this beautiful yacht. I do. I don't know. I feel like they could have done better with the insert. I love the internals, don't get me wrong, and I think it looks beautiful, but I think they could have done something more with it. So maybe Origin will get a complete rework along their line, at least the bigger ships, and we'll see something different from an 890 Jump. Moving on to ground vehicles, the G12. This is a fancy little car. I mean, that's the best way to put it. I think they look awesome. I don't know how strong they're going to be. I mean, they look kind of flimsy, but it looks like a beautiful futuristic car. $60 for the G12. G12A, which is a ground military version. You can see the missile racks here. $65. The G12R is the racing version. $60 for it. So it should be a little faster and sturdier than some of the others, maybe. Then we move on to the racing version of Origin ships. I should say this was designed with racing in particular in mind. The 350R was as well, but it was kind of like, oh, we got these 300 series. Let's see if we can make a racing variant. The M50 was designed from the ground up to be a racer. And it is, to me, it's probably the most fun ship to fly until the wind effects started blowing it all over the place. But at $100, I really love the M50. I don't advise you necessarily buy a $100 ship when it doesn't have anything that it's capable of really other than racing. I mean, you could use it in a fight, but it's got pea shooters on it. It's just not great in that role. Super maneuverable, super fast. But if you're not racing, I'd probably skip this one. The X1 hover bike. This is a touring hover bike, and it's really cool looking. $40. The X1 Force, which is kind of like a scout version of it, $50. And then the X1 Velocity, which is going to be your racing variant, $45. Then when you see the 400i with the upgrade is available, and Origin Gear Pack $350, Celebration Pack $250, The complete pack is $2,625, whereas if you do credit, it's going to be $2,920. But there you have it, Origin Day at the IAE 2953, Day 4. What do you guys think? Are you going to pick up an Origin ship, or are you just going to let them slide under the radar? Origin is definitely the more fancy, luxury manufacturer of the verse. I mean, compare that to Drake, which you'll see coming up in a couple days. You'll see the difference. But with that said, I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you guys out in the verse.